a toy that could crush a child's internal organs without leaving visible injuries. Then another one that became a powerful narcotic once it entered the body. These were not myths or exaggerations. They were real products sold legally, advertised as safe and designed for children. Today, we're uncovering 18 toys that should never have existed, and every toy on this list was once placed on store shelves and trusted by parents. Starting with the doll that was designed to eat plastic food using a sensor-activated mechanical mouth, the doll with a mechanical jaw. When plastic objects were placed near it, the jaw automatically closed and began chewing. The problem was fundamental. The toy had no off switch and the battery was sealed inside, making it impossible to stop once activated. The mechanism could not distinguish between plastic food and anything else. When children placed their fingers or hair near the mouth, the jaw clamped down and continued moving. Parents reported injuries, trapped fingers and hair caught in the mechanism.
The Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids doll is designed to chew automatically when fed plastic French fries. Well, this particular doll began munching on 7-year-old Sarah Stevens' hair, right up to the scalp.
After multiple incidents, the toy was finally banned in 1997. The design functioned exactly as intended. The danger was never a malfunction. It was inherent, and once manufacturers accepted that level of risk, it became easier to repeat it. Sky dancers were small flying dolls launched by pulling a cord. Once released, their rigid plastic wings spun rapidly, causing the toy to shoot into the air at unpredictable angles. While advertised as graceful and magical, the toy behaved more like a projectile. Children were struck in the face, eyes, and head. Documented injuries included pierced eyes, facial lacerations, skull fractures, and broken bones. Over 150 serious injuries were reported before the toy was recalled 6 years after its release. The design flaw was obvious in hindsight. A spinning object launched at eye level with no directional control. Appearances were misleading. The damage was real. But the most dangerous toys weren't always the ones that left visible injuries. Like with the release in 2007 of the fingerprint examination kit. This forensic science kit allowed children to dust for fingerprints using a fine powder. Testing later revealed that the powder contained tremolite asbestos, one of the most dangerous and highly carcinogenic forms of asbestos.
Kids who wanted to play CSI using a kit to dust for fingerprints were blowing away excess powder in the process, unknowing that the kit contains enough asbestos to trigger cancer later in life, according to the nonprofit Environmental Working Group.
Children were instructed to brush, spread, and blow away excess powder, allowing fibers to become airborne and easily inhaled. Despite the discovery, the manufacturer initially refused to recall the product, citing the Christmas season as a reason to keep it on shelves. It took 20 months before the kit was removed from circulation. That same year, a popular children's card game linked to the Hannah Montana brand was released. While the product itself appeared harmless, testing revealed lead levels 75 times higher than the legal safety limit. Lead exposure is especially dangerous for children, as it can interfere with brain development and cognitive function.
In 2007, the Hannah Montana card game had 75 times the amount of lead that is recommended to be in a consumer product. However, the makers of the Hannah Montana cards were allowed to keep the product up on the shelves due to a technicality.
Despite the findings, similar products continued circulating, and the game remains relatively common even today. Industry studies indicate that approximately 80% of toys contain traces of lead, while around 5% contain arsenic. Safety standards have improved over time, but these numbers reveal an ongoing issue. Compared to earlier decades, modern toys appear restrained. The 1950s produced some of the most extreme examples of unsafe design. The Gilbert toy line offered children hands-on experience with dangerous materials. One kit allowed children to melt lead and cast their own toy soldiers. Another junior chemistry set contained acids, toxins, and a manual that explained how to trigger chemical reactions and explosions. The most infamous product was the Atomic Energy Lab, which included actual radioactive uranium samples. Children were encouraged to conduct experiments involving nuclear reactions with minimal protection and little understanding of long-term exposure risks. Another product of the era was the Austin Magic Pistol, a toy gun that used calcium carbide and water to generate flammable gas. When fired, the toy launched small fireballs up to 80 feet away. The The device relied on controlled combustion, yet it was sold as a child's toy. Burns and fire hazards were an obvious risk, but the danger didn't disappear, it moved indoors. Like the creepy crawlers that allowed children to pour liquid plastic into molds and place them into a small oven heated to approximately 390 degrees Fahrenheit. The process released toxic fumes, and the finished toys emerged extremely hot. Some children attempted to chew or handle the figures immediately after removal. Injuries and chemical exposure followed. While safer versions exist today, the original design posed multiple risks simultaneously. The Little Lady stove was a miniature electric oven capable of reaching temperatures over 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Marketed as a playful kitchen appliance, it exposed children to severe burn risks. Decades later, the Easy Bake Oven faced similar issues. A 2007 version reached temperatures around 350 degrees, and multiple injuries were reported. In one case, a child suffered burns so severe that fingers had to be amputated. Some toy manufacturers attempted to create realism by offering children functional tools. One workshop kit included a small circular saw, allowing children to cut wood like an adult. The blade spun at high speed, and safety measures were minimal. The potential for severe injury was immediate, but danger didn't always come from something you could see spinning in front of you. Like magnetic construction toys used small, powerful magnets designed to snap together. When swallowed, especially on separate occasions, the magnets attracted each other inside the body. As they clamped together across bowel walls, they crushed tissue, caused internal bleeding, and perforated intestines. At least one child died, and dozens were hospitalized. The toys were banned in 2006, but magnets weren't the only small objects that caused damage after being swallowed. For example, the water beads. They are tiny pellets that expand up to 100 times their size when exposed to liquid. When swallowed, they continue expanding inside the body, causing intestinal blockages. Because they do not appear on X-rays, diagnosis is difficult. Surgical removal is often severe. The beads were banned in 2013, though similar products still appear in some markets.
As Ashley Hogan found out, fun can quickly turn terrifying after her then 13-month-old got a hold of her older sister's water beads.
One morning, Kipley woke up and she was vomiting.
Thinking Kipley had a stomach flu and needed fluids, Ashley took her to the emergency room. Once there, the doctor told her they would need to perform surgery immediately.
Another bead-based craft toy used water-activated adhesives. When ingested, the chemical components metabolized into gamma-hydroxybutyrate, or GHB. Children experienced vomiting, loss of consciousness, and comas. The manufacturer issued a recall in 2008 after medical emergencies mounted, but not all dangerous designs involve ingestion. Like certain children's roller skates lacked proper stability and support, leading to fractures and joint injuries. Moon shoes intensified the issue by placing mini trampolines under each foot. The design caused unpredictable landings, resulting in sprains and broken bones. Eventually, one toy made the consequences impossible to ignore: the lawn darts. They were heavy, pointed projectiles thrown into the air toward ground targets. Miscalculations often led to strikes on people instead. The results were catastrophic. Over 7,000 hospitalizations, 3 confirmed child deaths, 1 coma, and dozens of permanent disabilities. The toy was banned in 1988, though modified versions still exist today.
1987, one of these caused the death of a 7-year-old girl piercing her skull. The following year, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission banned the sale of lawn darts and issued a strong recommendation that they be discarded or destroyed on site.
Toys are supposed to entertain, educate, and keep children safe. Yet across decades, manufacturers repeatedly underestimated risk, ignored early warning signs, or prioritized sales over safety. The result was a series of products that looked harmless on the outside, but carried serious dangers beneath the surface. Every toy on this list was trusted once. None were intended to cause harm, yet design, negligence, and delayed action turned play into danger. This history serves as a reminder that safety standards exist for a reason and that harmless appearances often hide serious risks.